Before you waste money building that idea we spoke about, come let me show you how to validate it in 5 simple steps. Number one is test that people actually care about your idea. Number two is research your competitors. But number three is check for gaps and opportunities. Hi guys, my name is Chiamaka. Welcome back to Chi Unscripted. I still like to talk. Now, number four is going to lead me partly to like what I started in number one, which is test for viability and profitability. Now, minus testing the fact that people actually care enough to exchange their money for it, this is the point where you have to start doing your calculations. You have to calculate your cost. And if you're building a tool that, for example, is a tech tool, you have to be very careful to calculate your cost. So as you're calculating your cost, don't just calculate cost of the platform, whatever. Calculate human resources, calculate your time resources, calculate every single kind of resource that has entered into that product. You have to calculate everything. You have to also make a projection. So minus this initial cost I have made, what would be like my running cost for us to keep our head above water? Now once you make all these calculations, you now ask yourself, how can this product make money? Is it going to be a subscription based product, one, or is it going to be like a token based product, or is it going to be a product that is going to make money off traffic? Maybe you have like a high traffic, people are using the product, and so you ask yourself, how is my product going to make money? Now after you identify all of this, you now have to also test that at whatsoever sell price you want to sell. So by sell price, I'm saying, let's say you say you want to make the tool and you want to make the tool a subscription tool, so people can record and summarize with your tool, and you say, I want you to subscribe every month at 10K. Now you have to check two things. You have to check how many people are willing to subscribe 10K a month for your product, one. Two, if a certain number of people subscribe at 10 months, would you be able to sustain the business, or would you have to get like investors that will you have to just figure out how that business is going to run. So don't just be someone that just cough up ideas, amazing, beautiful, wonderful ideas that cannot sustain themselves. If your ideas cannot sustain themselves, you're not also even being fair to the people whose problem you're trying to solve, because you're just going to be like someone who gave a child a lollipop and then took the lollipop back. You understand? So what you're trying to do is you have to validate that, okay, what's my idea? How is my idea going to flow? Now minus all of this, you also have to then validate that you can make profits. The profit can sustain the business, the profit can pay the staff, and the profit can help the business grow. Do you understand? So now we're now going to number five. Number five is initial market test. So initial market test, very simple. All of this has been testing the market. Yes, 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 I know. Number five, you can call it a soft launch. So what you do at this point is, have you heard of things like a beta test? Yes. So it's like you have launched the product, but you have not launched the product. So you look for the smallest part of the products that can get into the market. Yeah, next week we'll talk about the minimum viable product, but let's just explain this as look for the smallest version of this product that can get into the market, and then you push it out to the market. So say you tell them that, okay, this tool, once you're in a meeting and then you press record, what it does for you is that it records all that is going on in the meeting, and at the end of the meeting it automatically transcribes. Now I said transcribe, not summarize, because maybe record and transcribe is the very initial thing you can do to push out your product. Now, if you're pushing out your product, for you and your team to not also gas out, try to push it out within 1-2 months. Yeah, within 1-2 months. Now, what do I mean? There are many times when people spend months, years finalizing their ideas before they push it out to the market. Let's even forget the fact that the market might have moved ahead and left you behind. Yes. Let's also look at the fact that you can become tired. I try to stress this out a lot when I train. I train product design. Yeah, so when I train, I try to stress this out a lot. And I say, you as a designer or as a product owner or as an idea owner, you do not want to be tired of your idea. So you don't want to work on it so much and then you now get it out into the market and the market rejects what you want and then you become tired. So the smallest version that can be market presentable, push it out to the market. Now, when you push this out to the market, this does something for you. You see how the market is going to react to your product. But one thing I have learned in my years of experience is that it's very difficult to predict 100% how the market is going to react to your product, because another product can come up tomorrow that would affect how they would react to your product. So when you push out your product, you want to watch it, you want to monitor it, you want to see how people react to your product. You want to see if they are, if it is gaining traction. You want to see if they are not happy about something. You want to see if something is going to tilt the way your product is, coming out. One thing I would even say for business owners, idea owners, designers, if you don't yet know what agile development is, it's a software term. I know. The world is already becoming tech. You already order puff puff with with an application already. Yes, everything is becoming techy. So yes, let me use my software terms to explain some things in business for you, because your business will most likely end up being a tech business. So go and learn agile development. It will help you to see that when you push out a product to the market can make you change the trajectory you were going. You can push out this record and transcribe to the market, and then you see that the market does not even want to record and transcribe. Maybe in that point in time, what kicked off was people recorded and turned it to a song. It can be as weird as that. And then you realize that, okay, let me add, a feature that allows people to turn what they have recorded to a song or whatsoever reason. And then you just realize that, oh, your trajectory is changing or is tilting. So your next iteration, I'm trying to use simple terms, your next step that you would want to release to the market, or the next level of your product that you want to release to the market, you would want to start altering things. You want to start, changing them based on what you encountered in the market. So test the market, soft launch, push out a better version. If it is a physical product, yeah, let me speak to those that have physical products. If it's a physical product, for example, you're a juice company, don't just say, okay, I'm going to push that women. How the small mini party, yeah, a small mini party, give them juice for tasting and then have a bottled one for sale. So look and see if those that likes your juice for tasting like it well enough that they want another one, that they are willing to buy the bottle that is there for sale. But if you push it out for tasting, people taste it, they like it, but they don't want to buy it. There's something wrong with your juice. Okay, I'm sorry for throwing all these jabs, but it's very important. As a business owner, you need to learn how to take your emotions, put it aside. I do not say not be empathetic. Be empathetic towards the people that are using your products, but do not tie your own emotions to your business. Don't do that.